Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Sin City TV. Come watch TV with me. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Sin City TV. Get on a hill and come watch TV with me. Now, this episode today is going to be a little different than what I usually do because I am going to do a full season 1 recap of The Last of Us to prepare for this Sunday when season 2 drops. I am so excited. All the reviews, the critic reviews and stuff have been dropping, and everybody is giving it rave reviews. Like, everybody is talking about how amazing it is, how emotional, terrifying, just a great story. That's why I love The Last of Us, because the storytelling is top tier, phenomenal. So today I'm going to be doing a full season 1 recap with my thoughts, feelings, and just talk about season 1 in whole before we get to season 2 on Sunday. So come on in here and watch it with me. Now, one of my favorite genres is apocalyptic, like post-apocalyptic thrillers. I love them. So when I heard about The Last of Us, I was already excited to watch it. I never played the game. I didn't know about it. I'm not a gamer girl, so I didn't know anything about it. I just knew that it was a show, post-apocalyptic, so I'm already immediately here for it. And my favorite show of all time, The Walking Dead, had just ended, so I was like, I need something else, so that's why I started watching it. Now, one of the things that immediately pulled me into season 1, episode 1, was we get an immediate description of exactly what kind of virus has spread that's causing people to mutate, I guess you could say. And there are scientists, they sit on a panel and they're talking about this fungus that will infect the host, aka the human, okay, will infect the host to pretty much control it. A fungus that will control the very mind of every human that it infects. And the whole purpose is to infect as many people as it can. And the fungus will mutate and change and it will just, and of course, now people are going to get killed because people are trying to stop this spread, but ain't no stopping it. Okay? If you get infected, that's it. Now, one of our main protagonists, Joel, okay, we get to see his journey in finding out about this fungus and this outbreak and this pandemic. He has a daughter, Sarah, a teenage daughter. They have a very beautiful relationship, and he has a brother, okay? Him and his brother, they work together. They go to work that day. Sarah goes to her neighbor's house. They bake cookies. It's a normal day until it ain't normal no more, okay? It's also Joel's birthday, okay? So Joel comes home that night. Him and Sarah fall asleep on the couch. He puts her to bed. Then he gets a phone call. Something about work, I believe. Now, mind you, this recap is all off the dome. So if I get some stuff wrong, y'all just tap into the comments and just remind me, okay? Okay. So yeah, Joel gets a call about work. He goes to work. Sarah wakes up a few hours later and something just ain't right. That's when all hell is breaking loose outside. Her neighbor is infected, okay? And they think the infection came from like the flour, because remember I told you they made cookies that day. Or some pancakes or something that they made that day, okay? Yes, it was cookies. And then Joel forgot to get some flour. I think that's what it was, because Sarah was going to make him pancakes for his birthday, but he didn't get the flour, so they didn't get to make the pancakes, so they didn't ingest it, because they were saying that the fungi grows in your produce, okay? So the neighbor is infected, running around outside acting crazy, trying to eat people. Joel pull up with his brother, takes sis out, okay, get Sarah in a car. Now they're trying to find shelter. It's complete chaos in the streets. Everybody's going crazy. It's just a mess, okay? Complete. Everybody's looting, what you would expect from a natural disaster or a pandemic. People are just losing their minds, okay? Long story short, as Joel and his brother, I gotta remember that brother name. Tommy. Their brother's name is Tommy, okay? Joel and Tommy, they're trying to get Sarah to safety. They're trying to find some safety, okay? One of the army, the soldiers, they just taking people out. They're not asking questions. They shooting first, asking questions later, okay? So it was a mass sprint. Joel and Sarah get caught up by one of these guardsmen, army men, whatever you want to call them. And he's like, we're fine. We're safe. We're just trying to get to safety. We're not sick. Like, just chill out. The army men, like I said, they trigger happy. Long story short, Sarah gets shot. Joel is holding her in his arms. Sarah ain't make it. Sarah ain't make it. Now, fast forward 20 years later, okay? Now the world is a completely different place. The world is different. They have these like factions, where it's like, uh, so like it's set up into different factions. It's like there's a quarantine zone, and that's where Joel is, and it's ran by Fedra. Okay. Now the Fireflies are like a rebel group that's against everything that Fedra stands for. They hate Fedra. They're literally the rebels of the apocalypse, okay, if you will. Now, Joel is like a smuggler. Him and his partner Tess, they smuggle things in and out of Fedra. They do little side deals. You know, they ain't shit. So they get tasked to well, first of all, there was something like a deal that went wrong with Tess and like a car battery or some oil or something like that. And Joel was looking for a new car battery. So as Joel is looking for this car battery, he runs into Marlene, a Firefly. She's like one of the head of the Fireflies. Marlene and Joel have history. Okay, Marlene pretty much tells him, okay, I'll get you a car battery. I'll get you whatever you need, but I need you to do me a favor. Okay, she tasks Joel with the responsibility of getting Ellie, our other protagonist of the show, to Boston. Okay, because she has something inside of her that could maybe help solve all of this. She might be the cure. Okay. Now, the reason why they think Ellie might be the cure is because Ellie got infected, but she was fine. No infection spread. It healed. She was fine. She didn't mutate. Nothing happened. So something inside of her, they think she might hold a cure because she's immune to whatever this fungi infection is. Ellie's immune to it. So Joel and Tess agreed, yes, okay, we'll take her, whatever. Because again, they're smugglers. This is what they do. Now, also keep in mind, Joel's brother Tommy was supposedly on a mission in Wyoming, and he's been gone a very long time. And Joel doesn't know where he's at or what he's doing. He's worried about his brother, okay? Whole time. So Tess and Joel, they start this mission to take Ellie to Boston. In the midst of all that, they get attacked by clickers. That's what we call the mutated clickers, okay? They get attacked by clickers. Ellie gets bitten and Tess gets bitten. Ellie gets bitten, but she starts to heal, which proves she's immune, okay? Tess, poor baby, she don't make it. Joel is heartbroken by this. Now, Joel has a very tough exterior after losing his daughter. He's very shut off emotionally from everything. But Tess was his girl. Okay, so it hurt him losing her, but mission is the goal. Okay, he got a mission on his mind. He got to get this girl to Boston. So now that's his main goal. And he promised Tess that he would get her there. But again, he shut off emotionally. Ellie, a little smart ass teenager, sarcastic as hell, who grew up in the apocalypse. So she doesn't know a lot of things. So now it's this dynamic of these two characters doing a lot of this. But there's a mission in mind, you know? And Ellie, even though she's of this apocalyptic world, she's still so curious about so many things. She just wants to be helpful. She just wants to change things. She wants to be important, and she just doesn't know how. So her having this knowledge of her immunity, I feel like gives her something to fight for. She wants to be helpful. She wants to save everybody. So episode 1 is pretty much our introduction to the characters, the disease itself, what it does, and how Ellie possibly may be the cure. Now, episode 2, one of my favorite episodes of television to date, okay? Episode 2, we meet Bill and Frank. Bill and Frank are survivalists of this pandemic, okay? Bill was a survivalist from jump. He knew, he had a bunker. He had everything. He had like a whole community because everybody got evacuated, I believe. Now, remember, y'all, this is off the dome, so please don't come for me if I get stuff wrong. Bill had like a community. Everybody evacuated the community but Bill. So he stayed behind and made that shit safe for him to live out his days by himself in seclusion, okay? He was very rough around the edges. He was very closed off. He was alone for a long time. Then in comes Frank. Frank stumbled into one of Bill's traps. Now, also remember, Frank and Bill's storyline when we first meet them in season 2 is leading up to where we are presently with Joel and Ellie. So Frank and Bill were learning their past history, how they got to, where they were in a position to help smugglers, because that's where Joel is on his way to with Ellie. He first needs to find Bill and Frank, his people, so that he can get supplies and things that he needs to take Ellie to where she got to go. So in episode 2, we learn the backstory of Bill and Frank, and it's such a beautiful episode. You just gotta watch it. If you haven't seen season 1 of The Last of Us, I can't sit here and tell you about the episode. You have to watch it. So pretty much that's what happens in season 2. We learned the backstory of Bill and Frank and how they were a beautiful couple, how they became to be a beautiful couple, how they established what they had, and how they helped the smugglers, and how they were so different, and you also get to see what happens to them at the end of the episode. It's just a beautiful episode, and I really don't want to try to explain it to you. I want you to watch it. So at the end of episode 2, Frank ends up dying. Frank was terminally ill. So years have passed, mind you, because since we met them, we learned their backstory, learned everything about them, and now years and years and years have passed, okay? So Frank ends up dying, and of course Bill stays with him, and they die together in the house. So when Joel gets there, they're dead. So Joel takes everything he needs to get him and Ellie to where they gotta go, and they hit the road. That's episode 2. So now Joel and Ellie are on the road. Ellie, like I said, she's a sarcastic little smartass, So she's trying to connect with Joel, make little jokes. But Joel's so serious all the time about every damn thing that he just won't even allow her in. It's just real stone face. But he's going to protect her. No matter what, he's going to protect her because, again, that's the mission. Okay? So they end up having to take a detour. And when they take this detour, they get ambushed. So they get ambushed and they crash the car into a building, I believe. And they get off the car and Joel tells Ellie, go hide. There's a little hole in the wall. He tells her, go hide and do not come out till I tell you to. So she goes into the hole. She has a gun that she took from Bill and Frank's house that Joel doesn't know about. So Joel is fighting. He fights off and I think he kills 2 of the ambushers. But there's one. He gets into a fight with him. So the guy's on top of him about to choke him out. Ellie climbs out the wall, takes him out. That's like the first time that she's ever had to do anything like that. And Joel can see it in her. That's kind of one of the first moments where he's starting to lighten up a little bit. Okay? So after that, they try to go find high ground. And they're in like this community. They're in like it's like a town. It's like a city. High buildings, all of that. So they go try to get high ground to see like what's really going on. Now the people of the town, they starting to realize something's going on. They hear the gunshots. They come out. They come looking. The leader of this little city, her name is Kathleen. They got their own issues that they dealing with right now. So it's like they dealing with something, and then Joel and Ellie come strolling into town, causing more chaos. So Kathleen is sick in the head, okay? And Kathleen was played by my baby Melanie Lynskey. I love me some Melanie Lynskey. That is my boo thing, okay? So I was immediately excited when I saw her on the screen playing Kathleen. So now remember, I said they already got stuff going on. So now it's these strange people in this city. So Kathleen automatically, she connecting the two, okay? She looking for somebody. Oh, God, what was his name? Sammy, I think, was a brother. Hold up. Henry and Sammy. Okay, so Kathleen's looking for somebody named Henry because she got beef with him. Because, long story short, he killed her brother. Okay, got her brother killed. However you want to put it, I think. So she got beef with him. So she looking for him. Henry has a little brother named Sammy who's deaf. Okay. So Kathleen just connected the two. These two new people in town that's shooting up our folks, probably helping Henry and Sam. So go find them. So she sets out this large manhunt. Okay, this episode to me now, I think we're on episode. Yeah, we're still on episode 4 at this point. Is it 3 or 4? I don't know. Just keep up. Okay, so. So Ellie and Joel, they go find high ground. Like, okay, we'll sleep here. They went up like 15 flights of stairs in one of the high-rise buildings, and they found a place to sleep. Okay, the whole time, Henry and Sam was peeping what was going on. Henry need help to get out the city. So Henry goes to he saw what Joel and Ellie did to the people that ambushed them. So he's like, okay, I need them to help me. So he goes, finds them. He wakes them up. He tried to threaten them, but Joel and Ellie could sense this is not a threatening encounter. Like, they need help. So he pretty much tells them, look, y'all need a way out of here. I need a way out of here. Let's work together. I know the way out, and I know that you can get me out. So there was this underground tunnel that majority of the people in the city think was overrun by infected, but Henry knows that it's not. So he pretty much convinces Joel to help him through the underground tunnel where they can get to the edge of the city, where they can get out of it. Pretty much, that's the plan. Now cut back to Kathleen and them. Remember, she done put out this manhunt. Her second in command is like, okay, I understand we got things to do, but I need you to come here. I need you to see something. So he shows her like underneath one of the buildings. I believe it was like a bunch of infected that were getting ready to break through the ground and come up out of the ground. But Kathleen is so bloodthirsty that she's like, we'll deal with this later. Don't tell nobody about it. We'll deal with it later. Remember that, hold tight. So boom, Henry, Sam, Joe, Ellie, they make it successfully through the tunnels. They make it to the outside, like the skirt edge of the town or whatever. But there's a secret sniper that they don't know about. Sniper start taking shots. Da, 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 da. Radio back, Kathleen and them. I got them. I found them. Long story short, they come. Kathleen getting ready to take everybody out. But then, remember sis was bloodthirsty? Remember sis ain't want to handle them infected that was underneath the building finna break through the town? They broke through the ground. Like, I don't know what happened, but it was thousands of infected. Just start shooting out. So it's this big old fight scene, big old blowout with the infected and the living. R4 make it. They make it away. Okay, after the big old fight. Kathleen ended up dying. Everybody in the town, they kaput. But Joe, at least Henry and Sam, they make it. Okay, they find this hotel to hold up in. Everything's good. Till we realize Sammy got bit. And mind you, Sammy is a kid, a sweetest little deaf kid you could ever imagine. He's bit. So he tells Ellie, he's bit, he's scared. Ellie thinks that her blood could save him. Because remember, now she knows she's immune, but she doesn't know how to, to make, she doesn't know how to make it work, So she cuts herself. She puts it on his wound, thinking that maybe that'll help my blood to your blood. It doesn't. They wake up. Now he's mutated. He starts charging at them, trying to kill him. Henry, his older brother now, that's his baby, not knowing what to do, just like instinct, took him out. That killed him. He couldn't take it. Took himself out. Poor Ellie had to witness all that. That kind of fucks her up a little bit. Okay. Y'all, I done lost my footage to my last part of this video, so please excuse the changes of scenery. But anyway, right back into things. So now we are fast forwarding 3 months after Henry and Sam die. Ellie and Joe are pretty much, it's winter time now. So Eddie and Joe, after everything happened with Sam, now I think Joel's main focus is to find the Fireflies. So he wants to find his brother because he feels like his brother could kind of lead him in the right direction. So they go looking for Tommy. Of course, it's TV, so they find him, no problem. And he's now living in this community with his pregnant wife, Maria. The community is run very well. It's like, if you watch The Walking Dead, it's kind of like a Commonwealth or like the Hilltop, if just as an example. Now, I need y'all to keep in mind that Joel is getting older. His body is getting older. So this trek is doing a lot to him physically. Mentally, it's doing a lot to him because he's starting to connect with Ellie. Parts of him are opening up that he has been closed off of for 20 years. So physically and emotionally, this journey is taking a toll on him. So when he gets to his brother, he tells him everything that's going on. And he's like, listen, I need you to take her. I need you to take her and finish this mission for me. I'm spent. I can't do it no more. Meanwhile, Maria is letting Ellie know about Sarah and everything that Joel went through because Ellie didn't know. She had no clue about any of this. So Ellie ends up overhearing Joel tell Tommy to take her, and it hurts her feelings. It crushes her because she's like, this is the first person I've trusted in all of my life. And now he's just going to leave me like everybody else. So there's this big emotional confrontation between the two. And at the end of the day, Joel decides that he can't leave her. He's not going to leave her. So he's like, you know what? Let's get a horse. Let's get up out of here. So they do that. So, of course, the magic of television, they find the Firefly base. Joel and Ellie, after they leave the brothers' compound, they find the Firefly base, but it's been evacuated. So they are assuming that they've evacuated to this hospital. But in the midst of them, searching the premises, they get attacked by raiders. So they fight the raiders off. One of the raiders ends up stabbing Joel. Joel kills him. So then they ride off on a horse or whatever. Joel falls off the horse. He's critically injured. Down bad, okay? The man is not looking like he's going to make it, okay? And Ellie's just by herself. She don't know what to do. So she ends up getting him to this abandoned house, brings him inside, and he's like, just leave me. Leave me here. And Ellie's like, I cannot leave you. Then Ellie has a flashback. We have a whole flashback episode, and it's one of my favorite episodes. Storm Reed is in it, okay? And Storm Reed plays Ellie's best friend from Fredra, Riley. And we learn about the night that Ellie got bit the first time. Riley had ran away from Fredra for a couple of weeks. She ended up becoming a Firefly. So she's getting shipped off to go be in Atlanta. So she wants to come back and have one good night with Ellie. Just one more good night. And she ends up telling her everything. And they just have this amazing night inside of an abandoned mall. And they just really connect. And we come to find out that they like each other a little more than just friends. But then they end up getting bit by clickers in the mall. And they decide, you know what, we're just going to die here together. But that doesn't happen. Riley dies. Ellie doesn't. Marlene ends up finding them, and that's how Marlene figured out that Ellie might be the cure. See how it all ties together? So Ellie has that flashback kind of fever dream as she's trying to figure out what she's going to do with Joel, and that's when she realizes, you know what, I cannot leave him. I just can't. So she shows them back up, and now she's like, okay, what am I going to do? So she got to go find some game. She got to go find some food. So she goes outside. She hunting. She finds a deer, takes it down. But then this preacher comes out of nowhere. And his little henchman, okay? So Ellie, being a little badass she is, she like, what's up? Like, you not getting my deer. I need you to go. So the preacher man, he kind of conniving. He like, we could take half the deer. You could take half the deer. I got stuff I can give you. And she like, you got medicine? He like, we got medicine. So the preacher man told his henchman, go get the medicine. Bring it back. So he takes Ellie to this like little hut where they can get some shelter. Because remember, it's winter. So they get some shelter. And he pretty much smooth talking her, trying to make it seem like he's trustworthy. Whole time, the raiders that attacked the one that stabbed Joel and the ones they killed was their people. The preacher's people. Now, the preacher got a cult. You hear me? So when the men come back with the medicine, they let Ellie take the meds. They're like, okay, she could go. They take the deer, but you know they're going to come back for them. You know they are. So Ellie go back. She give Joel the antibiotics. The next day, preacher man and his cult members, they go back for Ellie and Joel. Ellie kind of creates a diversion. She tells Joe, stay here, gives her the medicine. Now, she done gave him like 2 rounds of the antibiotics. So he's kind of perking back up. She gives him a knife. She's like, anybody come down here, handle business. So she goes to try to lead them away. Long story short, some of them end up finding Joe, but he ends up taking care of business because it's TV, of course. He's not critically injured anymore. So he handles business. Ellie, unfortunately, gets caught. They take her back to the cult base, okay? And they pretty much cannibals up in there. Preacher man and his cult members is cannibals. They have a very weird exchange. He got Ellie locked up, tried to take my girl out. It doesn't work. Ellie ended up damn near burning down this diner that he had her in. And almost tried to take my little girl innocence, okay? He tried it, okay? So Ellie did what she needed to do. She handled business and brutally ended that man, as she should, okay? So boom, she take care of him. She running out the burning building. Somebody come up behind her. It's just Joe. This is the turning point in the series when it comes to Joe and Ellie's relationship. All barriers are dropped. She didn't leave him. She took care of him, nursed him back to health. The man's fences are down. Okay, and she is petrified, scared. She just had to a man. Okay, she just had to take somebody out who tried to hurt her. So they have this beautiful moment where she's crying, she's looking at him, they hug. He like, I got you, baby girl. It's the first time that Joel opens himself up to kind of be like a father figure to her. It's beautiful. So boom, after that, they back on the trek to the hospital to the Fireflies, okay? We then see in a flashback scene that Ellie's mother, Anna, when she gave birth to her, she got scratched or bit or something as she was giving birth to Ellie. And that might have contributed to why Ellie has some type of immunity or some type of something in her that makes her immune because of the way that she came into the world. Very, very, very interesting. So they making their way downtown, walking fast, faces passing and homebound. And they get attacked by some Fireflies, just ambushed because they don't know who they are. So when Joel wakes up, he's in a hospital room. Marlene is there. They've made it, okay? So Marlene tells Joel that they have to perform a surgery on Ellie to extract the cure. He's then putting stuff together, and he's like, oh, y'all trying to kill her, pretty much. Marlene's like, yeah. Joel's like, nah, not happening. He went Rambo on that whole entire hospital. Everybody got taken out one by one. Give me back my baby, okay? So he goes Rambo on the whole hospital, gets Ellie back, puts her in a car. Now he's going to go back to Tommy because he done had it. He had enough, okay? But when Ellie wakes up and asks what happened, he doesn't tell her the truth. He lies to her. And why he lied to her, that's another video for another time. But Ellie kind of feels in her spirit that he's lying. So that's pretty much where season 1 ends. We don't know what the next step is. We know they're going back to Tommy. Okay, so season 1 was beautiful. If you watched it and you plan on watching season 2, please tap into the comments. Come talk to me. Tell me what you're expecting, what you're excited to see, what you're not excited to see. And let's just get ready and get excited for Sunday because it's